Since its first release 20 years ago, Call of Duty has been revolutionary to the FPS gaming scene. With over 20 years of releases, it's had a huge impact on the games we play today. Maybe its greatest influence on me, though, is the way it's transformed the gaming scene on YouTube. As a kid, I spent hours poring over the gameplay commentaries from legends like Blame Truth and Expert Thief, hoping to emulate their playstyle while also enjoying their stories and their advice. To me, there's honestly a commentary hall of fame with legendary creators like Woody's Gamertag and CNanners pumping out great content for years. With Call of Duty nowadays, everything just seems stale. It seems like profits are the main incentive, which are always a great incentive, but meeting shareholders' expectations for microtransactions is just a huge negative that this series has succumbed to. So I've chosen to go back and play the old COD games, and while I do, I'm going to be documenting some of my favorite stories, moments, and advice for these games. At the same time, I also have some other major goals that I'm pursuing in my free time, and I want to use this opportunity to share those with you. So the first of the four is chess improvement. I want to become better at chess, mostly by playing the computer, but thankfully the computer has varying difficulties called ELOs that I can continually kind of challenge myself. I'm pretty sure I'm going to start close to the bottom. I think 800 is average. So we'll probably start somewhere around there and see how I can improve over time. The next is something called Human Benchmarks. It's a website, but it has a lot of really cool challenges to improve your reaction time, your memory, things like that. The third and probably the most important to me is aim mastery. I play Voltaic benchmarks almost exclusively on Kovacs and Aim Labs, and I want to be a Voltaic Grandmaster. That goes hand in hand with my goals on Aim Labs official ranked, which has way more players. I was top 250 for season 4 on there. I think if I can get Voltaic Grandmaster, I can push the top 100. So those two goals go hand in hand. And then the fourth goal is YouTube. I want to push my best content and ideas and basically watch myself grow as much as I can. And so I invite you guys to follow my journey as I kind of push myself to be a better version of myself. So a long-winded intro to this basically series, but it is kind of all inspired by my YouTube days as a kid. I want to kind of put my best self out there like some of those early greats did and see where things go. So I hope you come along. Alright, well here we go. Thank you for tuning in to day 1 of our self-improvement here. Playing some chess against a level 1000 or 1000 elo bot named Maria. And things go pretty good for me. This segment will be pretty short since I'm sure not everybody likes chess, but this move won me the game right here because I put the king in check and then his other rook was exposed, so I took both of his rooks in that move, and then here's the ending sequence where I got the king pinned here. So it's going to be an easy checkmate. And I beat 1000 elo bot, which is basically intermediate level. So next time I play chess, I'm going to play 1100 elo and see how that goes. But here we are on Human Benchmark for the reaction test. There's 5 waves of these, and it's, I think, your average from all 5. I would assume that to be the case. But the average reaction time on here, it says is 273 milliseconds, but most people don't play on a 240 Hz monitor, which is what I'm using. So that gives me somewhat of an advantage, but we got 150 milliseconds here. And then now we're on to aim training, which this is called Wisphere. It's one of the harder precise like benchmarks basically. There's 1 or 2 that are used for a group called Aimers Plus, if any of you guys have ever heard of that. But this is a harder version than those 2. So I'm trying to get better at that. I was trying to get top 100 on here, and I was using 50 centimeters 360, which, if you guys know mouse and keyboard aim, that's pretty slow by most standards. A lot of people for this exercise use like 30, 40, but 50 is kind of on the slower side. But here there's 15 seconds left on this, and my accuracy towards the end of this was really good. I think it got me this score, but we'll see where we place. So as I finish, I got top 100 and I got number 86. There's a lot of really good people above and below me there. And then now onto our COD segment of the video. This was Bakara. Bakara is just a fun map. I feel like it doesn't get played very much just because it's kind of got a drab color scheme, but also on TDM it plays pretty slow. But if you know which lanes to run, it's pretty fast and pretty fun. It's really fun on domination, where you can get like a B trap going. But my setup is ACR, of course, with suppressor and extended mags, and then for my specialist I'm trying to be better at using or abusing sit rep, so I've got that as the most notable of my specialist perks. But in this game I had somebody that was talking smack to me, and instead of joining in on the other team, they joined in on my team, which in this game on PC you can choose your team. So he was definitely dodging me. But this was one of maybe 5 games I played yesterday, and I just thought it was a lot of fun. I know like a lot of people who play MW3 and they record, they try and get variety, but I've been feeling like the ACR is just kind of like when people think of Modern Warfare 3, they think of the ACR. So even though I'm not really challenging myself, still having a lot of fun. And here I think, yeah, pick up a nice little triple feed, which was, I feel like, pretty clean. I wish there was a 4th there to try and get a quad feed, but I've been practicing my target switching on Kovacs quite a bit. It's very satisfying when you get people to line up like that. But here we got about a minute, maybe less, on this gameplay. See whether or not I get the Moab. I won't spoil it. But yeah, basically this series, I plan on having longer videos, like kind of having longer gameplay so I can actually dive into topics. But I wanted this to be an introduction into the series. Kind of basically just introduce my goals and what I've been doing off stream, or not stream, when I'm not recording. Kind of got my kill stolen there on that. But yeah, that guy that connected right there, that's the guy that was talking smack. Like, he was spectating and then talking, and then he like joined on my team and then left and then joined back. Weird behavior. But already on a 15 streak. Almost get messed up right there by that guy. And somebody spawns down here, I think. But things are looking pretty good for the Moab. Until that happens. So that's the end of the commentary and the gameplay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
UAV online.